Alex, I just wonder how confident, you seem to be winning in different ways. The manager wasn't that happy on Tuesday, but you still won the game. I just wonder how confident the players are feeling at the moment.
Yeah, I think we've been on a great run lately. I think Tuesday sort of shows when we play we're not at our best, we can still sort of grind out results. So, I think we definitely take confidence that when we're playing well, we're obviously getting results and winning, but when we're not playing well, we can still grind out results. It's a tough game going to a team that really threw everything at us on a tough pitch. So, to get a result there and take away 3 points to keep this run going, I think we can take a lot of confidence from that.
What are the things that you're doing so well at the moment?
I think once you get one result, I think when the momentum starts building, it's really tough to stop that. I think as a team we're all well aware that we're playing well at the minute, but it's important to keep our standards high to make sure that we don't slip up. And I think really everyone has just been bang on it, and we've been keeping our standards high, and that's making sure that we're getting results.
I noticed, and I mentioned the manager criticised you after the game, not you personally, but the team, in midweek. Does that bother you as players, or is it kind of you've just won a game and got the 3 points? Do you kind of think, oh crumbs, we've won, or do you kind of take on board what he's saying?
Yeah, as I said, I think the standards we set are quite high, and when we don't meet those standards performance-wise, regardless of the result, I think it's there's certainly areas to improve on, especially on Tuesday night. So I think. When the gaffer says that, I think it is warranted, and we know we can play a lot better than that. And if the performances aren't there, then it's going to be tough to get results. And I think that Tuesday we're fortunate enough to grind it out and make sure we got a result. But I think when the performances aren't there, it makes it a lot tougher. So I think the criticism is warranted sometimes, but obviously if it keeps our standards high, it means that we have a better chance of getting more positive results. I think it's definitely a step in the right direction.
But you've been playing your part in a rock solid Notts County defence. Why do you think it's been so good?
Yeah, I think everyone's pulling in the right direction. It's not just the defence and the goalkeeper who's working hard when we haven't got the ball. I think, especially at home, I think we're controlling the possession and making sure that we have most of the time on the ball, which obviously limits their opportunities. And when we're without the ball, I think the whole team is defending really well. So we've definitely improved from set pieces that we were conceding earlier in the season, and I think at the minute we're obviously defending very well as a team, and it's showing.
You came so close last season to promotion, getting to that final. Is this team better now, do you think, than last year's team?
Yeah, I think we take the experience of last year's playoff final, and I think we can use that as a added motivation to try and go one step further this year. It's obviously very disappointing, and I think for the start of the season it can be tough reality when you're back in playing in the National League. But I think we've all taken it positively, and I think that's shown in the recent run of form.
Yeah, how hard is that? I mean, you look at, let's say, Nottingham Forest just over the river, who failed on the last day of the season to get in the playoffs, and it felt they had a hangover, and they've only just started to pull away from the relegation zone. And you guys as well, you lost your playoff final. How hard, and it was a short length of time between the end of one and the beginning of the other. How hard was it to lift yourselves for those first few games?
Yeah, it can be a setback, and obviously immediately after the playoff final, everyone's obviously very disappointed, and there might have been a bit of lag from that into pre-season and the start of the season. But I think the longer it goes on and the more results we have, we realise we can go one step further and hopefully miss out the playoffs this year. So yeah, I think that's our aim, obviously, to go out and win the league, and it can be tough, but I think it's important to keep our togetherness as a team and make sure we try to go one step further.
Well, you're closing in on the leaders now. I just wonder how much talk there is about catching them at the moment. Is that the talk of the dressing room?
I think we just take it one game at a time. I think it can be a bit dangerous when you're looking at where teams are around you. Obviously, we're trying to go for top spot, but if we take our mind off the next game, it can have bad consequences. So I think it's really important just to remain focused, and I think that will stand us in good stead come the end of the season.
We heard recently about the fact that the National League season would carry on. I wonder how much the players were talking about that, how much of a concern was there that vote was going on and no one really knew which way it was going to go.
Yeah, obviously we're all delighted with the outcome. I think the club and the players made it very clear that we wanted to play the rest of this season and play it in its entirety, and hopefully not rely on points per game or whatever. So to get that final news confirmed, obviously the team and the club are very happy with that, and we can really change our focus to making sure we can keep up standards high in the league and try and get to there at the end of the season.
Can it distract from on-field matters? Clubs have takeovers. Clubs have management changes. This is very different because it's a whole future of a league in doubt. Can it kind of affect you and be bothered by it when you're playing, not knowing what might be happening?
Yeah, it can make it a bit uncertain when you're playing games and there's no definite answer on how long the season is going to be going on for. But yeah, I think obviously it's our job to remain professional and to try and take it a game at a time and hope that the outcome is favourable to us.
Wonderful. Thank you for those answers. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thanks, Chris. Lee. Afternoon, Alex.
How are we?
I'm all right. Are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking
on,
well. Looking well.
Well, there we go. It was always cool. I could tell straight away.
I feel like you've done it especially for me.
Alex, phenomenal defensive record at the moment, best in the National League by some distance at the moment. What's been central to that?
I think definitely the squad pulling together. It's not just the starting 11, but obviously when players drop out and players come in, I think the standards that we've kept have been very good. I think in early on the season, I think we conceded a few goals from set pieces, and that's really been clamped down on lately. And I think that's showing off with obviously the defensive record.
And obviously you've got several games in hand now, and if you were to win them all, you would go above Torquay at the top of the table. How difficult is it to quell talk about winning leagues when you're in such a rich vein of form at the moment?
Well, we're not even halfway there yet. So there's a lot of the season left to go. Obviously, there's been a lot of cancellations, and I guess in the scheme of things, and we're obviously in February now, and you sort of look to the end of the season. But I think we're going to have a lot of Saturday, Tuesday games coming up that we just really need to stay focused for, and we really can't pay too much attention to that until really towards the end of the season.
And is it very much a case of now the players are just relishing every game as quick as they can now because you're in such a good run of form?
Yeah, obviously, it gives us a lot of confidence to keep this momentum going, and I think hopefully when we get towards the end of the season, it will really show.
And how did you react when you found out that the league was finally given the go-ahead to finish as planned?
It's probably more relief. Obviously we're playing games and hoping that there's going to be an outcome, but there's always a element of doubt where you think, with the amount of cases then and the games being called off either through COVID or with the weather, you never really know that there's a definitive outcome. So to get that finally confirmed, it's a big relief, and we're very happy for that news to come across, and hopefully we can keep our form on the pitch.
You've played in some excellent defensive partnerships over the years. I'm intrigued to know how highly do you rate the partnership with you and Connell? Yeah,
I think we've got a very good understanding, and I think it showed when I came into the team last year. We had a great bit of form, but I think throughout the depth of the squad, we've got a fantastic understanding, and when turns came in, he played brilliantly, and I think it just is testament to the whole defence and the whole team that we're defending really well as a team.
Brilliant, thank you.
Cheers.
Sean Brindley, are you still there?
I'm still here, yeah.
Go on then.
Okay, hi Alex, you alright?
Yeah, good, thank you.
I've just been speaking to the manager about the game a week ahead, Oxford City in the trophy, because of logistics of our production and everything. Is it okay to ask you a couple of questions about the trophy?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last season, Notts reached the semi-finals. In fact, it even went into this season, didn't it? Because you played Harrogate before the start of the league season. How exciting is it now that you're in the quarter-final stage? Is it something that you get the competition grows on you as the rounds go by?
Yeah, definitely. As you get close to the chance of playing at Wembley and close to the final, obviously it pays more attention. So it's definitely a big opportunity that we can have another chance at getting a positive result at Wembley. So I think as you progress in the competition, you certainly look to that a bit more.
And they say you possibly go one better than you did last season. Was it a disappointment to go out in the semi-final as you did?
Yeah, of course. As I said, being so close to Wembley to not having that chance, obviously it's disappointing. But hopefully we can use that this year as added motivation, just like the playoffs.
You had a very tough run actually to the quarterfinals, haven't you? 3 away games. Any thoughts on Oxford, considering the fact that you played a side from the same league in the last round, and they were extremely competitive, weren't they?
Yeah, I think there's no real easy games, especially in the trophy, because I think Oxford City won't have a game for a while, so the tensions will be completely on us. So we're expecting a hard game, and we certainly take nothing for granted.
And they're also like you. They were in a promotion challenge until literally last night, in fact, weren't they? 4th in the league, a couple of big home wins actually in the last couple of weeks. And for them, they've got a lot of motivation now that their league season has unfortunately been curtailed.
Yeah, it must have been disappointing for the leagues below with the news that recently came. So I think obviously the team still in the trophy will be giving their all for that to make sure they keep playing football. But only sympathy with their decision.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Cheers.
Thanks, John. Pete?
All right, Alex. What are you expecting from Chesterfield as an outfit then?
We know they've been a difficult team to play in recent years. I think early in the season when we managed to come back towards the end of the game and managed to nick a result. So I think it's obviously a tough team to play against, and they've been in a good run of form lately. So it's going to be up there, one of the toughest games of the season, I think.
Mm-hmm. 4 clean sheets in 5, and obviously the one that didn't occur in was when Sam Slocum was sent off. How much confidence is that for not just the defence but the whole team? Yeah,
I said it's something that hopefully we take pride in. Obviously the more clean sheets, the better platform we give our attacking players to go and win the game for us. So it's something that defensively we take pride in as a team. I think we've been keeping very good standards and eliminating little problems we had early in the season with things like set pieces and stuff like that. So it gives us a lot of confidence, and it gives us a great platform to go win games.
Yeah, and in the build-up to obviously the votes with how the league was being decided, was there any was it just a sort of tunnel mentality within the squad, just play the games and then deal with that afterwards? Is that the case?
Yeah, obviously the decision was something that we couldn't control, but we can still play the games and hopefully control the outcomes of those. So it's important just to remain professional and just try and give your all and get the results in any games that we were playing.
And for you personally, you've not missed a minute of football in the last 5 games. Do you find the fixture schedule is taking its toll, or is it the case of playing football you don't really notice with the sort of fatigue involved?
Yeah, well, we obviously look for the next game. They're coming thick and fast now with a lot of Saturday, Tuesdays coming up. So obviously, I think as that progresses, we probably will need the depth of the squad to come through and make sure we're at our best to get results and good performances. So it can be tough, but we're all just looking to, as a footballer, you want to play as many games as possible. So it's the most important thing.